The TVWan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWan News. I'm Mary Silla Kelleton.
And I'm Jasmine Jack. Join me later in the Bulletin for Sports.
In this edition, flash floods devastate Manob villages, security forces hierarchy address soldiers' demise, and Tigers head coach has a big task ahead of him. The Medan Police Force, in collaboration with quarantine officers, have achieved a significant milestone in their ongoing efforts to curb the illicit trade of controlled substances. Following a joint operation at the Mano quarantine checkpoint, a major breakthrough occurred in the apprehension, conviction and sentencing of Ben Joel, a 30-year-old male from Kemase village in Lufa district, Eastern Highlands province. Joel had been transporting marijuana among 40 kilograms of cabbages bound for Medan when his illicit cargo were discovered by the joint task force at Mano checkpoint early Friday morning. The estimated street value of the confiscated substances was over 10,000 kina. The PNV crew and its passengers identified Joel as the owner of the cabbage bags. He had boarded the PNV with his cargo at Korofegu. Joel was taken into custody at Medan's Jomba police station and charged under Section 66B of the Controlled Substance Act 2021. Legal proceedings at the Medan District Court culminated into Joel being sentenced to 10 years imprisonment at the Bion Correctional Institution. Negotiation is currently underway with the National Housing Corporation and to establish the right processes involved in the home ownership scheme for police officers. President of the Police Association of Papua New Guinea, Lower Tambua, said the negotiation follows last month's MOU signing between the government and the Royal PNG Constabulary for the allocation of 100 houses at the Duran Farm Estate to police officers.
An elated president of the Police Association of Papua New Guinea is grateful for the signing of the housing scheme MOU with the government. It sets the foundation for 100 houses to be embarked for police officers of the Royal PNG Constabulary at the Duran Farm Estate in the capital city. Lower Tambua said negotiations are currently underway with the National Housing Corporation and the bank to set the right processes for police officers before they apply for a home under the housing scheme.
We are in the process of structuring all criteria, so how to qualify for the house, all this and people will work now. So as soon as people finish this, we will let you know.
Tambua said it's incumbent for police officers to plan ahead. This includes getting a loan as it might affect their application for a house under the housing scheme.
And then we also talking with the banks too as well. So the policies, banks too, they have their own policies. So how to qualify for loan, all this too. So we negotiate with banks too. So the process, but taking time legally. So we have to wait, and then once we are done with criteria and all this go with the National Housing Corporation, with the banks, and then we will let the members know. So you will exactly know what to do and where to go.
Tambua said the association will ensure a fair distribution of houses. One requirement is have what he termed as a clean salary when applying. The president of the Police Association of PNG said that the association will make further announcements relating to the housing scheme in early 2024. Jasmine Jack, TVWan News.
Hoskins Police Station has a new vehicle to help its policing activities in the district. Nakanai MP and Minister for Oil Palm Francis Maneke handed the vehicle and its keys to West New Britain Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Peter Baki at the Kimbe Police Station over the weekend.
To strengthen the work of police in combating law and order in Nakanai district, a vehicle was made available to the district's police through a kina for kina arrangement between the Nakanai District Development Authority and the Royal PNG Constabulary. Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Peter Baki received the brand new vehicle and keys from Chairman of Nakanai DDA, Francis Galia Maneke.
Dialogue already been made through long minister na through long commissioner na through also low ground and UPPC you staff na play a must work one time you. We have a long way to go na district Nakanai I mean Nubla district, but since the team will longer to Nubla infrastructure, I mean important that team support him infrastructure na support him to all police na to all logistics block police lo making work come up inside the district lo you need.
Maneke also emphasized the need to increase police manpower. He thanked the police personnel for maintaining the law and order in the district.
Program 2, we got discussion finish making one time police commission, police minister. Na this line also now starting one time police barracks long, police station na police barracks long. Biala also made quota blow Nibla district. So this now I think he got talk finish correspondence. One time CEO, acting CEO Blomibla, lo Nakanai, one time UPPC. Also mutasol by endorsing na you facilitate more program Bloimi long. Ida lo logistics or lo infrastructure lo inside lo province Bloimi. That is why I'm behind him this road.
PPC Baki thanked the Nakanai DDA for the Kina for Kina initiative and pledged to work more closely with the new district authority in policing matters.
Police alone cannot solve law and order issues, believe me. But when you break down the word partnership, you will find out who are those partners. So thank you very much, sir. When you come up on the team, believe me, because we need to save our people.
Freddie Mo, TVWan News.
West New Britain Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Peter Baki agrees that police manpower is in short supply. He said a population of 300,000 people are dependent on 123 policemen and women.
Police number or strength on the ground is only 123 for the whole province. West New Britain population in 2011 census was only 250 something. 10 years later, we've gone up to 356 now, according to the population project in 2021. When you divide 356,000 by 123, you come up with a ratio of 1:2,890. One black policeman look out in 3,000 man Mary. So it is not possible for me to do that. But suppose we get mobility, where we can move from one place to another very quickly by land or by sea, or when I have the necessary equipment we need him long improving my operational capability below me, I can continue to serve the people of West New Britain.
The launching of the second National Action Plan 2022 to 2024 in its official new website by the PNG Open Government Partnership recently is a move towards transparency and empowerment. 16 commitments across 6 key areas outlines the new NAP: public participation, freedom of information, fiscal transparency, extractive resources transparency, government integrity, and data portal development. Each commitment boasts clear milestones empowering citizens to track the government's progress towards improved governance. The Department of National Planning and Monitoring sponsored the event and brought together representatives from across government, civil society, and the international community. Moving forward, the OGP Secretariat intends to leverage this new website for regular updates on NAP implementation progress, ensuring transparency and citizen engagement throughout the 2-year action plan period. A situation report of the flash flooding that occurred in the Manob LLG of Medan province is being prepared so that relief support can be sought for the hundreds of affected families. Villagers in Manob Ward and LLG are still coming to terms with the event, saying this is the first time they were met by such a catastrophic caused by the unimaginable swelling and overflowing of rivers Bigas and Kapundik.
The flooding of rivers Bigas and Kapundik in the Manob LLG of Medan province has displaced hundreds of people. Food, clean water and livestock have been destroyed from the flash flooding that occurred in the early hours of Friday, December 15, 2023. Outdoor kitchens that housed food, utensils and other household necessities have been swept away by the currents. Domesticated animals, including chickens, pigs, and dogs, did not stand a chance of survival. Villagers say this is the first time they have witnessed such a catastrophe. They believe landslides and the week-long heavy rains have contributed to this, as one youth leader explains.
Bin now meeting was the first time now.
Governor Pariwa advised impacted villages that he will source relief support once the situation report is ready. Governor Ramsey Pariwa was notified at 2 a.m. Friday when the flooding was at its peak. He headed Manob, Ward 10 of Manob, to see the destruction caused by the flooding. It was a drastic situation. Food gardens and betel plantations were damaged. The governor alerted the district disaster office of the situation. Director Rudolph Mongali traveled to the disaster site to assess the extent of damages. Currently, what is left of the entire area in Manob is dirt and layers of mud. Susan Oriape, TVWan News.
This is TVWan News. When we return, police and defense hierarchy address the alleged shooting death of a soldier in Tari. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, let's calories, family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's our favorite for minds. Tennessee cola, scale rice, don't scale price. Tennessee cola, scale rice, don't scale price. Amber, you like it?
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG Mia! Find PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectation.
Right across the nation, we eat snack crackers. Emi trupla. all get a young plana lapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
This season, the Bunce family are taking the ultimate risk.
There's no investors, there's no third party.
We're paying for it ourselves.
We have to find some good trade.
The stakes are high.
Joshua!
And every decision is their own.
Time and money is everything. That's how important it is.
Hit it!
Rush, 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 move, move, move.
It's all or nothing.
If we don't mine this year, we have no next year.
Jade Fever. All new season coming soon on Outdoor.
Come on out and join the party, baby! Ricochet taking out Logan Paul! Samoa drop by Nia Jax!
Welcome back. Deputy Police Commissioner, Police Operations and Acting Chief of the PNG Defence Force this afternoon addressed the death of a soldier from the 1st Royal Pacific Islands Regiment, whose identity is yet to be revealed. Dr. Philip Mitna of the Royal PNG Constabulary is appealing for witnesses to come forward. A press conference held this afternoon at the Royal PNG Constabulary headquarters at Konedobu in Port Moresby. Head Deputy Police Commissioner of Police Operations, Dr. Philip Mitna, and Acting Chief of PNG Defence Force, Commodore Philip Polewara, addressing the death of a soldier from the support company of the 1st Royal Pacific Islands Regiment, attached to a resource company for security operations in Hela.
The officer was tragically killed in an accident, in an exchange of fire with the police. We convey our deepest condolences to the immediate families of this soldier that has passed on. The commanding officer support company Taroma and his colleagues for his untimely death under very unfortunate circumstance. For us, I think it has never happened for a police officer to kill. It, like I said, it's a one-off thing. This incident is an isolated incident, and it must not be seen as something that has come about as a result of whatever that the tensions in between. But I think from us, it's a one-off thing.
Commodore Polewara says the identity of the soldier is being withheld until the family of the deceased soldier is informed.
And I, thank police, for the actions that they have taken. And we also have taken action by isolating the people that were involved, were there at the place of the incident. And unfortunately, that's an uncalled for, but we lost one of our members. There's a lot of things on the social media, which is some are correct and most are not correct. What we get on the ground are the, accurate information, and I also commend the officers of the both forces that took control of the situation on the ground and bring the situation in Tari back to normal, and also the services in Tari to proceed.
Dr. Mitna says investigations are underway. Today, the Children's Outpatient Department at Modilon General Hospital received a 9,000-litre Tafa water tank to support staff and patient care services. The assistance is timely when the province is currently experiencing water cuts.
A new 9,000-litre water tank will serve staff and patients seeking health services at the Modilon Hospital Children's Outpatient Department. The tank was presented to the department by Special Projects Office with the Medan Provincial Government, Francis Tabatuna, to signify more support to the Medan Provincial Health Authority in 2024 going forward. The tank is a personal donation from the governor, Ramsey Pariwa. The governor said he was unable to access funds from the provincial administration PES due to impediments within the administration that are yet to be resolved. He said the tank was a need that he needed to meet immediately because of continuous water cuts in the provincial capital. Dr. Judith Gawi, the Director Curative Services, said most facilities are run down and current water outages are drastically affecting patients at a day ward and outpatient. Dr. Jimmy Ipit, Head of Pediatrics, says he looks forward to the continuous partnership with the Governor's office. He said if there is no water, the risk for infection is high. Dr. Ipit said consistent water supply will enable staff to continue to care for patients regardless of power and water cuts. Dr. Ipit said the hospital serves 16,000 to 20,000 child patients in a year. Every support they get to ensure children are cared for is necessary. The occasion was witnessed by COPD staff, Medellin Provincial Health Authority, patients, and the public. Susan Oriape, TVWan News.
The Manufacturers Council for Papua New Guinea has applauded the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission for standing up for local businesses through the considerable savings in stevedoring and handling costs at a time where the manufacturers are struggling with inflation. ICCC handed down the final report for the 2023 stevedoring and handling services pricing review for ports operated by International Container Terminal Services, Inc. on the 12th of December. Chief Executive Officer for MCPNG Shay Scoville mentioned that this determination by the ICCC will return tens of millions of kina to businesses that move goods in or out of Papua New Guinea. It will significantly ease pressure on the prices of goods and it will see more profits flowing back to exporters, primarily farmers. The ICCC ruled the regulated charges passed on to consumers were extremely high compared to similar services throughout the Pacific. The determination from the ICCC was that pricing should be immediately reduced, and the ruling was subsequently gazetted by Parliament. K92 Mining, operator of the K92 gold mine in Eastern Highlands province, has again been recognized by PNG's resource and energy industries for its sustainable development work in communities around K92. The mining operator took out the Outstanding Community Humanitarian Initiative at the recent 17th PNG Resources and Energy Investment Conference in Sydney, Australia.
K92 Mining, the operator of the K92 gold mine in Eastern Highlands province, has been recognized by the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy for its efforts in improving the welfare of women in its impact areas. At the recent 17th PNG Resources and Energy Investment Conference in Sydney, K92 Mining was awarded Outstanding Community Humanitarian Initiative. The award was accepted by K92 Mining CEO and Director John Lewins and K92 Mining Limited's Director Daisy Taylor at the conference gala dinner in Sydney, Australia on the evening of Tuesday, December the 12th. In the acceptance speech, Lewins said K92 Mining takes sustainable development very seriously, and we all know that women are key drivers for development anywhere in the world. Through its Women in Mining program, K92 Mining has championed initiatives such as tailoring skills for 44 of our communities, women from Bilimoya, Unantu, Pomasi, and Sakimaniap, enabling them to become self-sufficient artisans. And now, armed with sewing machines provided by K92, they're bringing their skills back to uplift their villages. At the same time, their Women in Mining program actively engages communities in preventative healthcare, dealing with breast cancer awareness, to addressing tuberculosis, typhoid, and domestic violence. Lewins outlined that the challenges faced by women across the country require collective action. They hope that their work at K92 Mining and many other organizations throughout the country serve as an inspiration for similar endeavors throughout the nation. This is the second time that K92 was acknowledged for its programs, In 2022, the mine received an award for outstanding women's contribution in the resource sector for its village literacy program. Jasmine Jack, TVWan News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2685 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2609, $0.3861 Australian dollars, $0.2318 and 36.71 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, copper, and crude oil is trading higher. Palm oil remained unchanged, and the rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. Regional news is next. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgera.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic get up the big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Strong like you, smart like me. I hope they don't break. Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus Shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Hello, WWE Universe. This is WWE superstar Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. I'm here to set it all on fire. Watch WWE on Digicel TV.
Let's go. Darren and I are traveling around the world to find some new perspectives on some very old problems. I can't believe this place exists. Searching for healthy, sustainable living solutions for the planet.
Merge where we live with what we eat.
And all who live on it.
Woo! From Europe to the Amazon, from superfoods to eco-warriors, welcome to a culture that screams green and responsible.
It's time to get down to earth.
What's your story?
My story.
What are we looking at?
To some, I was an outlaw. To all, a legend.
Your Puss in Boots?
Normally, I have a sword. It's like a whole thing.
Okay.
Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong.
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
Welcome back. In regional news, the striking pink lakes of southwestern Australia attract thousands of tourists, but experts say a warming climate could affect the longevity and number of pink lakes across the state. They're calling for more research to see what can be done about declining rainfall, which poses the biggest threat to the attractions.
From the air, you can see the true beauty of these salt lakes. WA is home to several pink lakes, attracting visitors from near and far. The colour stopping people in their tracks.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Takes a good photo. Very unique. I've not seen anything like it at all.
But a Salt Lake expert says as the climate continues to change, so too will the lakes.
As winter rainfall declines, we're expecting that these lakes are going to receive less water and hold water for shorter periods of time.
The science behind the lakes turning pink is complex.
This biodiversity is unmatched and it is really at risk, and there is a real need to do further study on these animals because there is not enough that we know about their ecology, which has important implications for their conservation.
Drier conditions inland could lead to some of these lakes drying up and others becoming saline and turning pink.
And they're really important sources of food for a variety of different wading bird species that might fly for thousands of kilometres to come and take advantage of these systems when they receive water.
As scientists grapple with the changing climate and what that means for lakes like these, traditional owners are also hoping to raise awareness of their cultural significance.
These lakes were a resource, a water resource, for whenever there were walkabout on country.
A resource scientists and Indigenous people want to see protected and preserved.
The New Zealand government is being accused of repealing key social policies designed to improve outcomes for Maori people. The Luxton government has unwound legislation behind the plan to make smoking tobacco illegal, disbanded the Maori Health Service, and curtailed the official use of Maori language in the public service. Some have described the changes as the worst decline in race relations since the early stages of colonization.
What's happening is an all-out attack on not just for Maori people, but Pacifica, basically anyone poor. It's really bad times over here at the moment. And as I sit in my food bank and having people begging for food and seeing, how tough times are for so many families heading into Christmas, there's so many more important things for them to worry about rather than having to repeal the Smoke Free Act, changing the names of government departments from Maori back to English. It's just a really bad time to be poor, and if you're brown and poor, it's even worse. They can say they're a government for all, but everything they're doing right now is not showing that. I hope they come out and start to show some true leadership and start to show leadership for everyone, not just a select few. We represent everyone down at the bottom, and this government is not for us so far, and I don't see anything coming our way. And that's what gets me down so much. I can't stress enough how tough it is for so many families at the moment. We're going into Christmas period, and it's tough anyway. You add Christmas onto it, and it's a nightmare. Christmas to me is not enjoyable because we see so much pain. We're trying so hard to help so many people, and it's like every person that we can't help that reaches out to us, it's like a dagger into my heart, and it just breaks it.
The issue of school bullying in South Korea has been thrown into the spotlight after a Korean drama exposed the brutal reality many students endure. South Korea is trying to address the problem, but for many victims, it's too late. It's a little too late.
As a private eye, Son Hae-yong spends a lot of time on the road, and one type of job is keeping him busier than usual.
Usually parents call when there's been a lot of change in their child's behaviour. They think that their child might be being bullied at school. They contact me to confidentially investigate whether that's true.
Armed with a long-range camera, Son Hae-yong takes up position outside a school capturing evidence without raising suspicion. He also has a range of hidden cameras, if the job requires it.
In the past, we only received about one phone call or text message per day regarding school violence, but now we are receiving more than 2 or 3 calls a day.
8 years ago, Lee Gachul's daughter took her own life after being subjected to relentless physical and psychological bullying.
The violence committed by students is becoming more cunning and cruel, but adults are just shocked and unable to do anything about it.
For over a decade, suicide has been the leading cause of death in South Korea for people aged between 10 and 39. Bullying is often cited as a contributing factor.
South Korea has ramped up its penalties for perpetrators, with schools now required to keep a student's bullying record for 4 years after graduation, meaning it could cost them a university placement. It's also setting up a dedicated refuge for victims where they can live and continue their studies in safety.
Shining some light on the dark side of growing up.
US and British militaries say they've shot down 15 attack drones over the Red Sea as more major shipping firms suspend passage through a corridor vital for global trade. Houthi rebels in Yemen have launched a series of attacks on vessels in the Red Sea, one of the world's busiest shipping routes, and have launched drones and missiles targeting Israel as the Israel-Hamas war threatens to spread. In a broadcast statement, the Houthi rebel spokesperson said the attacks were in response to the demands of the Yemeni people and calls from Islamic nations to stand with the Palestinian people. New DNA research is showing how saltwater crocodiles are spreading through the top end of the nation as their populations continue to soar. Researchers from Charles Darwin University say the findings can be used to map the carnivorous creatures in populated areas.
They're the apex predator lurking just under the surface of top-end waterways. But finding exactly how saltwater crocs spread up and down the coastline has long tested scientists.
Some of them came from a long way away. We get some from the Tiwis, we get some from Arnhem Land, even all the way as far as Arafura Swamp.
Now researchers at Charles Darwin University are using croc DNA from Australia and the Asia Pacific to track which crocs are finding their way into Darwin Harbour, an area patrolled by wildlife rangers.
If we can work out whether there are particular locations that crocodiles come from, we can think about whether there are different ways that we might manage them.
The research reveals Darwin's unwelcome visitors are mostly from river systems between 1 and 200 kilometres away. Experts say being able to pinpoint their origins could have practical uses to control the species and help keep people safe.
You know, real people have been torn to pieces by these things, so it's not as though it's a mundane theoretical biological question. There's a humanitarian side to it.
We could direct a little bit more egg collection to those areas so there's fewer little crocodiles being born.
There are more than 100,000 crocodiles located right across the northern part of Australia. This research may have only used genetic samples from a select few, but it's hoped that in the future that will help scientists better understand how these creatures migrate between rivers and across oceans.
To me, if they keep going in the direction they've gone for the last 300 or 400 kilometres, they're going to end up in Timor-Leste.
Sinking their teeth into this genetic challenge, trying to uncover even more about these scaly survivors.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Maricela. We'll have sports news after the break.
Anyone can be Santa, but can't a lady like me? I admit I'm underfed, but wear the pillow from the bed. I could be Santa Claus. Oh, anyone can play Santa. I fantasized it a lot, with his hat upon my head and his suit of Christmas bread. I could be Santa Claus.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Number one super, like him all member, mas na stop good. Time only retire or finish slow walk. Suppose you put him 10 kina more long contribution belong you, long one week, you buy cartons and 50,000 kina more. Time you finish slow walk. Ring him mipla now, na kisi more talk sawe. Long all way, you can up him super saving belong you.
For tasty and a delicious meal choice for your enjoyment, Prima is the name you can trust. For guaranteed meal satisfaction during special occasions or that daily meal, Prima is the name you can trust. Yes, it is. Safe to eat, quality assured, and undoubtedly satisfying. Available at your nearest wholesales or supermarket stores. Prima always tastes great.
He's seen as a table legend.
That is delicious.
Join Tommy Gomes in a tasty culinary voyage.
Holy mackerel. Did I just say that? We're exploring where your quality American seafood comes from. Quality is key. The uglier the fish, the better it tastes.
Take a deep dive into America's commercial fishing culture. The Fishmonger. First and exclusive. Coming soon on Outdoor.
If you can see it, you can believe it. By having the support of the Formula One teams in Formula One Academy, we can raise global awareness and inspire the next generation of girls and young women to understand that there are opportunities for them in motorsport, both on and off track.
F1 Academy is about bringing real and lasting change to ensure talented young women and girls have the right system in place to allow and achieve their dreams. Today is a very important moment as it shows this impact the project is having and the support it is receiving from across the F1 community. I can't wait to see the 10 F1 team liveries and drivers running in F1 Academy next season.
I want to thank the Formula One teams for their support and their vision. Our mission is to create lasting and impactful change, and I'm confident that together we can achieve this.
Thanks for staying with us. Developing junior PNG netballers for future remains the ultimate goal for Netball Papua New Guinea in partnership with Pacific Oz Sports. Preparing at an early stage is vital. The Pacific is bursting with sporting talent and PNG is no exception, with Netball PNG having the support of Pacific Oz Sports to unlock that potential. On and off the field, they're delivering workshops, seminars, clinics, training sessions and competitive games for athletes and sports administrators. The PNG Peppers and Under-21 had a good run recently as part of their continuous training program in Port Moresby. The senior Peppers are preparing for a competition in Hong Kong commencing January 2024, whilst the PNG Under-20 team is preparing for an overseas training camp also in January. In order for local players to have the best chance to transition from the village into the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, talent identification programs are vital. The Gulf ISO Club, with support from Gulf Provincial Rugby League Board and local leagues and provincial leaders, have ended its first talent identification program. This was hailed a success, with local talent giving the best exposure of a 4-day tournament held at the South Stadium in Calgary. The tournament was held from Thursday, December the 15th to Sunday the 17th. The Rugby League Talent Identification Program culminated into finals yesterday for under-20s and seniors. The Gulf Mosby side, consisting of teams from Mosby South, Northeast and Northwest, proved their dominance over the provincial select side. Gulf ISO coaching and management team, including a field of technical officials, were present to eye potential talent for the Gulf ISO lineup for 2024 Digital ExxonMobil Cup season. Member for Keramine Gulf ISO Club patron Thomas Oppa shared a few words of encouragement and reaffirmed his support for the club. The only way up is for West Tigers after back-to-back wooden spoons with club legend Benji Marshall facing a big task in his first full season as a head coach.
Having served his apprenticeship under Tim Sheens, the moment has arrived for the Tigers' favorite son, Benji Marshall, to take off the training wheels and blaze his own trail as head coach in the NRL. Benji, the youngest coach in the NRL, certainly has his work cut out, taking over a side that has collected consecutive wooden spoons. But one thing that 38-year-old won't lack for is confidence. It will be intriguing to see whether the attacking flair and genius that made Marshall a superstar becomes the Tigers' trademark. The acquisition of three-time premiership winning Penrith Panther Jeremy Luai for 2025 looms as a massive shot in the arm for the Tigers as they enter a new era under new management. The Tigers have missed the signatures of a number of big-name stars in recent times, but landing a player like Luai would no doubt help attract more players to the club. Susan Oriape, TVWan Sports.
That's it for sports. Over to you, Maricela.
Thank you, Jasmine. We'll now have the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Port Moresby, cloudy with possible showers and Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lay City, cloudy with few showers. Vanimore, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Kavieng, Kokopo, Kimbe and Buka, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. Gorka and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with northwest to northeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with northwest winds of 10 to 15 knots. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Bogle to eastern and western Milimbe Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerma to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Islands, seas 1 to 1.5 meters rising to 2.5 meters over warning areas. And that's all the news we have for this evening. Have a pleasant night. Bye for now.
The TVWan News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.